Inbee Park for birdie at the 6th.
This is such a quick putt here from the right side of the green on 6. That would be for her 3rd birdie in a row.
So you talked about Inbee Park and the great run she's on. Here she is at 7.
This is a relatively short par 4, a little bit down the hill there. Takes dead aim with the wedge.
Well, she tried to punch it straight on.
Followed up, Tom, a loss at the A&A Inspiration in 2017 with a win 2 starts later.
Inbee coming out of the bunker and not her best effort.
Okay, I think she's able to make so many long putts because of her speed. Is probably the best I've ever seen.
Playing 5 weeks in a row. It's quite a busy stretch for Inbee, which started back at the Bank of Hope Match Play US Women's Open last week, as we've talked quite a bit about this week here.
Back on the tee at the 10th, it's the Hall of Fame member. Just Kay had the 5-year anniversary of qualifying for the Hall, Inbee Park.
Yeah, what was she, 27 years old when she qualified?
How about that, at the KPMG Women's PGA at Sahalee.
She's been Hall of Fame with fairways hit today.
And a second shot for Inbee Park.
166 yards. Wind hurting from the left.
That's more like it.
Really smooth looking swing. She swings every club exactly the same way with the same tempo. Lexi's going to pay attention to this one. Inbee had Lexi move her mark over, so virtually the same line. Inbee's always a good teacher on the greens.
You know, Inbee at the 11th.
Slightly uphill putt to the little plateau. Oh, you don't see her come out of a putt that fast very often. But she knows immediately when she's missed it, the few times she does miss it. There's nothing better than feeling like these are automatic. It just frees up everything in your game.
As we go to 12.
Inbee on the tee.
This plays downhill about a club and a half. That's a 7-iron on a very aggressive line. How about that, Morgan, to that tucked hole location, hugging that left-hand side. And she's, what, 16th this year? And, oh, excuse me. No, she's right up there. She's number 2. Or number 3 in putts per green in regulation. One of those top 3 numbers.
As she's plummeted to 3rd.
Yeah. 78 yards to the hole. Ideally wants to land this just a bit past front left.
It's unusual to see the helicopter finish there from Inbee Park, and she's missed the green. Tough up and down there, as we saw from Rachel Heck.
Right foot higher than her left. Decent amount of green to work with, though.
Yeah, she played that well.
Here's Inbee at the 14th.
This is the way you're supposed to play the hole. Drive it down the right center. That's a 6-iron. She kind of ballooned up on her and she pulled it a little. Oh, wind picking up quite a bit coming down this tunnel, hurting in their face.
Inbee Park for birdie at 14.
Not wasting any time.
And that speeds up the pace of play.
Morgan, she is incredible when she just literally briefly looks at the line, steps up over it, and putts. Not able to go for this into 240-ish to the front. So much better layup than she had at the 9th hole.
Okay, right. And Inbee Park for her birdie.
She made a shockingly poor pitch that left her that far away. So a rather unsatisfying par. Oh, Inbee going up and over the last branch.
You won't find a much greater contrast in styles among.
That's a 5-iron. She's turned it over.
Another whirly-bird finish. Maybe it works.
Oh, she might get away with that. Is that going to stay?
Inbee Park for birdie.
Yeah, little sliding putt. Yeah, never got that online. That would have gotten her to 4 under in this afternoon of golf, Morgan.
It was so nice to have an atmosphere last week. I thought the USGA did really great work in making that happen.
Too much hook, and she didn't get up there enough. Some less than desirable shots for Inbee. That's the idea. Green slopes away a little bit on this angle. And she hit that high with a good amount of spin.
Saw that first bounce kick it to the right. Driving the convertible this week, aren't you, Grant? Now this for par.
Some of our own personal vehicles are over there.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Kay. That is Inbee's not. Well, from what we've seen, she's not quite on form, but her score's pretty good considering. Still very much in the hunt.
Yeah, I'm just surprised with all the putts she's.
Feels like it's died down a little bit, at least in this corner of the golf course. Oh, class.
.29 putts. Remember all those putts we said she missed 29.